Greetings everyone. Today I would like to review the JINHAO 886 fountain pen. I obtained this pen from eBay for less than $10. It comes in different colors, and I was attracted to the pen because it actually is a size between a mini TWSBI or TWSBI mini travel pen and a full-size pen. So this is more of an everyday carry, but I would consider it probably a travel pen. I was pleasantly surprised when I received it. It's a relatively stout pen. The material is a shiny, hard acrylic plastic, and it has all the right sounds of being a sturdy pen. You can hear this. So the sound of the pen going into its screw cap takes about it takes about 3/4 of a turn to tighten it. The sound is very solid. So let's go over some of the details of the pen, and I'll do a first out-of-the-box inking and test to see whether it will write right outside of the box. Here we go. The pen itself is about 12 centimeters in length, which is about 5 inches, and that's capped. Posted. The pen is approximately 13 centimeters, or about 5.5 inches. The nib size, this looks like it's about a 6, and it is 7 millimeters at the, let me make sure this is zeroed, at the widest part of the nib. Yep, about 7 to 7.1 millimeters. The section goes from a narrow diameter of 9.5 all the way to the widest part, which is about 10.9. The widest part of the barrel is about 11.9 or 12 millimeters. As I said before, this is a screw cap. It takes about 3/4 of a turn. The threads, get a better close-up here. The threads are actually pretty smooth. In fact, they don't really interfere or feel bad when you grip the pen. And this pen has a nice grip. It's, as I said before, it's tapered, and it actually fits quite well in the hand. And I have rather large hands. When you post this pen, it posts very positively and securely, and you can see it's not a terribly large pen, but it's just the right size. It's not too small. I wouldn't put it in the mini category. The pen clip, typical of a lot of JINHAO pens and a lot of Chinese pens, the clip is very stout, but not too stout that you can't put it on your shirt pocket. The top of the clip is the JINHAO chariot with horses logo. The back side is the labeling JINHAO. See if we can get this focused. JINHAO 886. One comment about the clip and the cap. You see the finial here is just a perfectly round dome, but it looks like this cap was actually one piece of plastic, and there was a rectangular opening made right where the clip enters into the cap. So this doesn't have a separate finial that screws off or pushes in and attaches. It's actually one piece cap with an entry hole for the clip. Can't see it, but there is the clip as it is in the bottom and mounted in the bottom of the cap, or right underneath the finial. The band seems to be metal. I like it. It's wide. It's not too thin. It's also tapered. So let's see if this pen will write right outside of the package. No flushing, no washing. Here we go. Comes with a standard cartridge converter. JINHAO usually sells its pens with cartridge converters, and they usually work pretty well. I'm going to ink this with Waterman's Serenity Blue. Serenity Blue is my ink of choice for most pens for their first inking. Waterman's Serenity Blue is also known as the Boy Scout of inks because it is so well behaved and predictable. Flows well, dries relatively quick. Good starter ink. It also used to be known as Florida Blue. Let's ink her up. Get the air out. There we go. Alright, here we go. First strokes. I'll try to get as close into this as possible as the camera will let me. Oh, that's not quite in focus. Just a moment. That's a little better. Okay, here we go. Yep, look at that. First time. Very impressive. JINHAO pens for a mass-manufactured, inexpensive pen are pretty amazing. I don't always approve of other companies copying the styles of other pens that have been on the market for a while. Some people call that counterfeiting. But one thing I will say that the JINHAO company has done on some of its pens, which it's tried to alter so that they're not exactly duplicated or copies, they do a very fine job of mass producing pens that have a good nib. This nib is relatively smooth, not feedbacky, but just enough friction there to make it feel good. They do a great job of assembling pens for less than $10. Some of these pens are even less than $3. I highly recommend this little pen. I believe it comes in different colors. I picked the black because I was going to probably be using it in a work setting or in a laboratory or at a any of my scientific collaborators meetings, and it just looks very good, and I think this could be a good everyday carry. One thing I'll do before we leave is I'll show you how it writes on a pad of paper. This is actually a piece of paper on a hard surface. So let me get a pad. Here we go. And this is actually a pad of inexpensive plain writing paper. Probably a cut above most copy paper. And here we go. Very nice. No hard starts. Look at that. Yep, this little guy is a keeper. I really appreciate it when pens start right away and continue to start right away, even after they've been uncapped for a little while. Hard starts, I haven't had one yet with this little pen. So, that concludes our review of the JINHAO 886. I hope this information can be of use to you, and if you have any comments, please leave them in the section below. I would greatly appreciate hearing from you. Bye for now.